Now let's go ahead and test for compatibility on Internet Explorer. And I'm going to copy the URL again. And the first thing we see is that when I hit return, I get a doubled line. But if I look at the HTML, there's not really a doubled line. It's just a regular paragraph. And if I go back, it looks okay. So basically, this is just Internet Explorer being weird. But there is a workaround for it. So the problem is that Internet Explorer starts out in a paragraph mode and gets confused. So what I'm going to do here is, in my edit method, when the user clicks on the edit button, if backup is empty, so we're starting from a blank slate, then instead of just starting from scratch, I'm going to introduce a div tag into the markup. So basically, if backup is equal empty string, then editor.inner HTML is going to be equal to an empty div tag. And now if I go back to IE and reload, now it's actually doing the right thing. So I have two div tags, everybody's happy. I still get this div with a non-blinking space here, but whatever. I'm still not quite done yet though, because if I hit that, nothing really works. I have to select some text and hit in order to get an effect. Same thing here, it doesn't work unless it's selected. And the reason is because Internet Explorer is picky about making sure the focus is on this pane before exec command is executed. And this is actually something I meant to fix before but didn't quite get around to. So let's fix it now. What I'm going to do is, in my edit button, my edit tool button, on this execute here, what I want to do is before I execute it, I want to set the focus back to the editor. So just like I had to pass the editor into HTML tool button, it turns out I want to pass the editor in here as well. And then here I'm going to set editor.focus before doing the exec command. And then down here where I'm building all of those edit tool buttons, I'm going to want to pass in the editor as well. So let's just make sure that's all the places where we're creating new edit tool buttons. So there's my definition, and that's pretty much it. So this is actually going to improve the behavior on all the browsers, so it was worth doing. And now if I click, it works. Yay! And so let's go ahead and test it on Chrome again just to make sure it works here as well. It works here too. Yay! And that, so that's a good thing. So let's just go ahead and test everything else, make sure it still works. And let's go and change our HTML. And that works. But here's another thing we missed. So if I go ahead and I'm in HTML mode and I click the submit button, it leaves HTML mode set here. And then I get HTML coming back. So I always want to remember to toggle back to, I'm sorry, if I was in text mode, I get the wrong result. So I want to toggle back to HTML mode. So what I want to do is in my submit method, when the user clicks on the submit button, first I want to get the current mode of the HTML button. And I have my HTML tool up there already. So let's call mode equal HTML tool.getMode. So I'm going to need an accessor for the mode. And then if mode is equal to text, then I want to send a click to my HTML button. To toggle back before I do the rest of the stuff. So let's go ahead and try that here. And we'll change that to an H1. And now I'll hit submit, and it goes back. So that's working. Now, how about if I hit cancel in HTML mode? So we'll go cancel, and it reverts to whatever was previously stored, so that works fine. So I think that's it for Internet Explorer, and we also made a couple of improvements to the RichText Editor for all the browsers.